Howdy, hi. This is Do Your Job Sports WNBA Picks and Predictions for Tuesday, August 11th, 2026. Taking a look at every single game on the slate. Let's get into the video. Alrighty. So the first thing we got to do is go over the previous day's results. It was a good day in the W. We go 4-1. Could have been a great day if the Atlanta Dream somehow covered 13.5 when scoring 107 points, and you still can't cover the number. They are banned. The Toronto Tempo get off of the banned list. Honestly, never should have put them on it. The Atlanta Dream should have been on there the entire time. They are not good. Despite winning by a billion, it was not enough to cover the number. So we go 4-1. I will recap these games real quick. Then we'll get on to the action for tomorrow. Our winners, first one was the over, 186.5, Toronto Tempo Atlanta Dream. Final score was 107-95. Both teams shot over 50% from the field. The team shot combined 41% from deep, 70% from the free throw line. And that's about as good as you're going to get in a WNBA game. Leading the way for Toronto, Marina Mabrey with 36 points, 7 of 13 from deep. Yep, that'll do it. Then Atlanta, you had Ryan Howard with 22, Angel Reese with a very efficient 20 and 14, Jordan Canada with 20, almost double-double. She had 9 assists. Alicia Gray, quiet night, only had 15, but she did go 5 of 8. Bree Jones, 5 of 5 from the field, 15 points. Dog. But they still don't cover the number because how do you let Toronto score 95 points? Like, play any bit of defense and you're chilling. All right, then we have the Storm, minus 110 on the money line. I did go a wee bit early crow. They are currently up 93-88 with 20 seconds left. If they don't win this game, I'm going to be pissed. So we had that. We also had the over of 178.5. The over kind of looked chalked when the halftime score was 47-33. But then Chicago came out and scored 33 points in the third quarter, and there's a high-scoring fourth quarter. So right now, we're good. So hopefully that one ends good. Dominique Malonga, PRA over 30.5. She killed it. 26 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 9 of 14 from the field, 3 of 4 from deep. Not to mention 2 steals and 3 blocks. She is literally not even 21 years old. She is 20. She's going to win an MVP within the next, I'd say, 4 seasons. I think she definitely gets one before she's 25. All right, then the losers, we talked about them enough. Atlanta Dream, minus 13.5. They win by 12. I hate them. All right, that's it. Let's get on to the games we got for tomorrow. Okay, so the first game we got, I'm taking the Fever, laying a pretty big number at home, but I feel like you have to lay it. They're laying 4.5. I'm also taking the over of 192.5. I simply refuse to take under in any WNBA games anymore. Nobody plays defense. Like, if you watch the games, no one plays. It's just, can you make a wide open shot? And if the answer is yes, then the game's going over. Liberty starting 5, Astier, Sabrina, Allen, Stewie, and John Quell. Fever starting 5, Clark, Mitchell, Hall, Billings, and Boston. Probably the game of the day. It depends if you think this one or the Kelsey Plum homecoming to Los Angeles. Even though it's not really a homecoming. She was only there for a year and a half. But regardless, I'm taking the Fever in the first one. Injury news. The Liberty are still without Leona Fibic and Satu Sabali. Fever, everyone is healthy besides Demiris Dantis, who is out for the rest of the year. And the Liberty also just waived Benijah Laney Hamilton. She was picked up by the Mystics. So I guess that's kind of interesting. New York, they've won 4 in a row. None of them have been that convincing. Even their previous massive 40-point win over the Aces, that was fraudulent because the Aces did not play Gray, Young, or Asia. So it's like, all right, well, when you don't play your best 3 players, everything else just kind of goes out the window. They've already played the Fever this year. Their most recent game when they played them, they lost by 20 points. And I'm pretty sure that was when they had Satu. Now you don't have her or Leona Fibic. You're going to need monster games from Sabrina, Stewie, and John Quell to keep this close. I don't think they get it. Fever 7-3 in their last 10. I already mentioned the last time they played them, they won by 20. They do get Caitlin Clark for this game. Originally, she was going to have to miss this because she picked up her 8th technical foul, but the league rescinded that because the technical she picked up in the first place was the dumbest tech I've ever witnessed in my life. So she's good. They have Clark, they have Mitchell, they have Boston. They win this game by a lot. Then the next game, Phoenix Mercury at the Sparks. I'm going to take Phoenix plus 102 on the money line. I'm shocked they are not laying it here. I will also take the over. Mercury starting 5, Plum, Copper, Bonner, AT, Knack. Sparks starting 5, Wheeler, Atkins, Burrell, NECA, Hamby. I don't really know if you can consider this a revenge game. Again, Plum was only there for a year and a half, and she's missed majority of this season. I more so think she's just going to be pissed off that this Sparks team wasn't actually good. Because if you're looking at their roster, they have a good team. I mean, her, Atkins, Burrell, NECA, and Hamby, with Cameron Brink off the bench and Erica Wheeler as your backup point guard, you should be able to be a 500 team. Like, that should not be a challenge. But when you throw in the fact that, one, they fired their general manager, and two, they have the worst head coach in the history of the WNBA with Lynn Roberts, then you get some question marks. Mercury, ever since acquiring Kelsey Plum, they are 1-3 straight up, 12-22 on the year. They've lost 3 games in a row. And honestly, the offense is the problem. Their previous 2 games, they've scored 75 and 72 points. That is not exactly what you were wanting when you traded away McConney and your second round pick in next year's draft. Maybe it was a first. Pretty sure it was a second, though. Regardless, you have Kelsey Plum on your team, and your offense has gotten worse. That is not good. Their bench depth is basically nothing. You can also say the same thing for the Sparks, though. They are 12-19 on the year. They just lost at home by 6 to the Valkyries, 2-8 in their last 10 games. They now have no backup point guard. Everything is bad. Literally everything is bad. Give me Phoenix. Give me the over. Okay, then the final game of the night before we get to the player prop, I will say hello to Kathy Engelbert and hello to the newest woman on the block in the W, Ennis Cantor. How are you? This game, give me the Aces laying 8.5 points. I was shocked to see that number, but like, what am I supposed to do? Take the Mystics? No. And then I'm taking the over. Mystics starting 5, Georgia, Citron, Onimwere, Kiki, Shakira. Aces starting 5, Chelsea, Jackie, Talbot, Nalissa, Asia. So we did just see this game roughly 2.5 weeks ago. The Mystics won at the buzzer by a single point. Injury news, Mystics don't have anyone on the list. However, they did just pick up Benijah Laney Hamilton to make the roster spaces for her. They got rid of Rory Harmon and then picked her up to sign her as one of their developmental roster spots. So she's on the team. She just cannot play in any games. Mystics, they have won 7 in a row. They are now 19-12, basically guaranteeing themselves a playoff spot. Just 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, they were 12-12. But they've been on a roll. They win simply by beating the tar out of you down low. Kiki and Shakira. And then off the bench, you have Lauren Betts and now Benijah Laney Hamilton, who is not small. They just keep on getting bigger. Aces, technically they did just lose at the Liberty by like 50. We're going to throw that one out. That was a back-to-back travel spot, less than 24 hours of rest. Asia's back, Chelsea's back, Jackie's back. That is all we care about. I will take the Aces in the over. All right, and then player prop. Last time the Indiana Fever played the New York Liberty, Kelsey Mitchell shot the lights out of the gym. We're going to do it again. Kelsey Mitchell points over 24.5. The over-under for the game is 192.5. She is going to have a combination of Sabrina and Pauline Astier switching on to her. Neither of them can stay in front of Kelsey Mitchell. Nobody can stay in front of Kelsey Mitchell. The only person who I think maybe could have would have been Leona Fibich just because her length helps her so much. And she is not playing because she's injured. So they don't have anyone to guard Kelsey. I will take Kelsey Mitchell points over 24.5. All right, let me double check the game, the score of the Storm game. Surely they won. I don't see how they wouldn't have won. All right, they did win 97-88. Cool beans. That's it. That is all I have for this video. Appreciate you all tuning in. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.